here's exactly what I'm going to show you. First, I'll show you how to use the Kanban feature inside Hermes. This is a brand new feature that most people don't even know exists yet, and it makes Hermes 10 times more powerful. You give it one goal and it plans your entire SEO strategy automatically, keyword clusters, content architecture, the whole thing mapped out before you write a single word. Then I'll show you how it takes that strategy and actually builds the website. 50 pages, blog posts, pillar content, supporting pages, all written, structured, and SEO optimized without you touching a single one. And then I'm going to show you how to run multiple AI agents at the same time. One researching keywords, one writing content, one optimizing every page, all working in parallel whilst you just go off and do something else. We've used this exact strategy across multiple websites. One went from 0 to over 1,000 clicks a day. Another went from nothing to 346 clicks a day. I'll show you proof of the whole setup, and I'll show you how to do this step by step today. Let's get into it. So today I'm going to show you how to use Hermes agent for AI SEO and some of the best strategies you can use with this based on the new updates inside Hermes. Now, Hermes is a free open source agent you can install, and I'll show you exactly how to use it for AI SEO in a minute. What you can see over here is the examples of websites that we use these same processes on, right? So you can see an example of this website went from basically nothing all the way up to 1,100 clicks per day. Here's another website that went from basically 0 all the way up to 346 clicks a day. And then here's another one. This went from basically nothing all the way up to 25 clicks a day, right? Which adds up to hundreds of clicks over a month. And this is all by ranking on Google directly. The other cool thing about this is, yes, we can rank our website directly on Google like you see here, but also we can rank inside Google agent mode, as you can see. And this sends traffic to our websites and our content, like you can see, even for example, LinkedIn and other posts like that. So I'm going to show you exactly how to use this step by step for AI SEO. Let's get straight into it. If you don't have Hermes set up, just follow the quick start instructions on the GitHub. Pretty simple and easy to get set up. And then once you've done that, you can see Hermes agent like so. Now, we can actually use their new Kanban Orchestrator to get the most out of this tool. And then if you're creating a project or a website or something like that, you can use the Kanban method to start generating an awesome project. That could be a website, could be your SEO blog content, could be planning out your whole SEO strategy. You can see an example of it right here. So if we type in Hermes Kanban create, and then we tell it exactly what we want, we can now see that's running. So let me explain exactly how this works step by step and how we got this working with the Kanban inside Hermes. So first thing you want to do is make sure you have your Hermes dashboard set up, which is hosted locally, like you can see. The way you can do that is just use the command Hermes dashboard. Make sure you're on Hermes v0.12. Once you've done that, then you're going to run these commands, right? So you do Hermes gateway start, Hermes Kanban init. That will launch the database, and it will look at all the profiles that you have for Hermes right here. Now you can assign the Kanban board to your Hermes agents, which I'll show you in a second. And now you can see the gateway is hosting that Kanban setup, right? And so what you have in progress is an AI agent beginning to work on this project, like you can see, right? And you can actually see the log in terms of what it's doing right here. So you can see it working right here. So it says, good, I can see the text now. Here's what I'm going to work on, and it's going to build out the strategy. It's also loading relevant skills to that project to generate the outputs. And now you can see it's planned out the whole process. It's actually written it down as a markdown file. So if we go over to Markdown Live Preview, we can see it's building out the AI SEO content strategy. So the strategic positioning, the keyword strategy in terms of the clusters and everything else. I did get Claude to help me because it had some problems sent up, but it's synced out properly now. And you can see here it's organizing the pillars in terms of the cluster, the example keywords, the intent of each keyword as well, and then planning out the whole strategy. So you've got step number 1, which is a strategic positioning, then the keyword strategy set up into clusters, and it's even found relevant keywords that we could rank for, as you can see. So here's a cluster, here's the example keywords, the intent, and now it's beginning to create the content architecture, right? So for example, this is a cluster, these are the pages it will create underneath, right? It's doing this automatically just on its own. And it's even created an on-page SEO template here. And now it's optimizing for generative engine optimization. It's also planned out the link building strategy in terms of active link building processes, digital PR angles, the conversion architecture in terms of how to plan out the architecture of the website so it actually converts from the traffic we get. Then it's created the measurement and KPIs, the quick wins, and a list of tons of keywords like you can see right here. And it's done this all automatically just with one simple prompt. Now, if you actually want to watch it working live, you can use this command, which is Hermes Kanban Watch. And now it's created the formula and the expected timeline, right? So what we can do from here is we can go back to the Kanban board and you can see it is completed, right? So what we can do actually over here is comment on the post and say, okay, now build out the website itself. So we've commented on the post saying build out the website, and you can see that's completed on the dashboard itself. It also logs the comments like you can see here. And once it's completed, it will give you a local file that you can see where you can view the markdown. And now we can actually just go off and actually build the blog itself. Now, the easiest way to do this is you can actually go inside the terminal and just say Hermes Kanban create, build out the AI SEO website, assign it to the same agent that we gave it previously with the memory. It'll initialize the agent, and we can see that's now in progress. Now, you can see here that it needs a few details to continue with the project. So I'm just going to answer those inside the comment section. And what I'm actually going to do is take the local markdown file that it created before, and you can see my comment right here interacting with the agent. So it's kind of an interesting way to talk with the agent. Bear in mind, like if you're using Hermes dashboard, you can't really talk to it directly inside the chat, but you can on the Kanban board, which is pretty cool. Now, if we actually have a look at where it's working and what it's working on, we can see that it's creating the whole website locally like so. So it's creating a new environment with a workspace for all of our projects. So now it's creating the homepage, the topic cluster pages, a blog structure, proper SEO setup with the sitemap, meta and schema, a CTA and conversion architecture, and then the proper internal linking too. Right, and it's beginning to build this out. And again, we can see the local file setup here. Now, if you have any problems interacting with this directly, you can always go to the agent directly, but I really wanted to check out this new update because it's brand new from Hermes. And it's quite an interesting way to organize AI agents. Bear in mind, like you can have multiple agents working on multiple tasks in parallel at the same time. And you can set up as many Hermes profiles as you want to locally, which is pretty amazing. So just to recap so far what we've done, we've built out a whole new AI SEO content strategy, specifically tailored to a new website that I could launch for the community. It's created the content architecture, the strategic positioning, the keyword strategy, planned out the link building strategy and everything else. And then what it's also done is organize that onto a nice Kanban board, and it's building out the site right now locally for us. Now, there's another way you can use this as well, which is you can set up goals for your agents, right? So another way that you could run this is not just with the Kanban, which creates an awesome loop, especially for bigger tasks like this, but also you can use a goal system here. And what this does is it creates an autonomous loop for the agent. And you can say, okay, like goal, build out a new AI SEO website, or rank this website, or take my existing website and improve the content on it, or re-optimize my existing WordPress website, and then you give it the access token and login details, and it can actually go off and implement that for you. So there's many different ways you can do this. Another option is you can set up agent swarms, right? This is another new feature. It's actually with something called Hermes Workspace. And what this means essentially is it can build out like a full website for you using a team of AI agents with Hermes and Hermes Workspace. And then these all just work together to create whatever you want, right? So for example, previously what I've done is mapped out a whole keyword and every part of my website using the swarm of agents, right? And you can see here, for example, this foundation agent, it created a competitor gap analysis, keyword planning, keyword deep dives, featured snippets plan, and the full technical SEO plan as well for the website with multiple AI agents working together. That's a really powerful way to use it as well. And the cool thing about that is you can have multiple agents working together at the same time to create whatever you want. And then if we actually go over to the website hosted locally, you can see it running here on a local host address, and it's created the whole website, right? Obviously, it's still coding it out because it's quite a big project. So it's still got a lot of work on the design. As you can see, it's beginning to write files on the Kanban board here. But essentially, this is building out a full website for the keywords we want to rank for. We've got all these different categories at the top based on the keyword clusters that it found. And then it's built out every page of the website as well, which is pretty crazy, right? It's a pretty big website. It's even added these nice tools on there, an about section as well, the blog section, and included the CTAs as well, which is pretty nice. Bear in mind, like it must have created about 50 pages for this whole website. Like it's ready to go. Just needs to be designed a bit nicer, which it's working on currently, as you can see in the Hermes tool section here. And it's beginning to build out the whole website. So that's how you can use the Kanban method with Hermes agent to build out whatever you want. If you need help or you're struggling to get this working together, I would recommend that you actually make sure you get Claude supervising it locally so that it can just add the finishing touches and check on the project, make sure it's all properly working together. But that is a full SEO website with a full content strategy, pillars, clusters, keyword, about 50 different pages all put together, and that is ready to go, right? And so what you could do from there, if you wanted to deploy it, is I would recommend that you go over to Netlify, set up a new project. You can drag and drop the project folder here, Or the other option that you have is you can give a personal access token from Netlify to your Hermes agent and just say, deploy this website for me, and it will actually deploy it to you. And then all you need to do is just go off and get a custom domain set up for it. But that's basically how we create these websites and how you can use the same method, right? Based on what's working for us. I mean, we've done it across multiple websites, as you can see, and we're building out content across multiple other websites to get them ranking and generating traffic, as you can see. So this is an example of a website that's been built fully by AI agents, deployed, created, ranking, etc., and specific keywords for everything we want to rank for. And again, this process works, as you can see, like many different websites, getting great results. So if you want to get a full strategy and template for using this, we've got it inside the AI Profit Board. Link in the comments description, or go to the AIProfitboard.com. We've got a step-by-step process for using Kanban boards with Hermes. It doesn't have to be for AI SEO. And we show you exactly how to use it step by step with a standard operating procedure, a 30-day roadmap for implementing this in your business, and an explanation of exactly why you'd use it, how to use it, etc. Right? And this comes with daily tutorials, new updates based on what's released, as you can see. So we've got tons of training on Hermes agent swarms, Hermes goals, etc., and tons of training inside the classroom. So feel free to get that link in the comments description, or go to the AIProfitboard.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.